Okay, we are at part two. For some reason, I don't know, I just, during this little intermission here, saw this thing of this one putting tennis bracelets on. I don't know where she looks like she procured some jewels. Maybe this one. Maybe this one found the jewel of the ocean. Maybe she found some Titanic's jewels because I saw her old ass, wrinkly ass lizard hands with prison tattoos dangling jewels like this. So, as y'all can see, she is on a spending spree. She got her payday probably a day early because the government figured in July 4th being a holiday. So I think they try to make the payments available early rather than late because she is on a spending spree. And she's holding up tennis bracelets. As she's driving down the road with her lizard hands and prison tats. So whatever that's about, I decided I'd just join into the festivities. So mine are all fake. I got all of my tennis bracelets through QVC. This one's my favorite. To me, I want them to look believable. It's more important to me that they look believable than anything. I had a real tennis bracelet, but having 3 babies as close as I did, my 3 youngest, I was going broke getting formula and diapers for them, and I had to go and take my real tennis bracelet to the pawn shop. Take a fraction of what I had paid for it years prior, but you do what you have to do to feed your babies. So this one was from QVC, and I think it's really believable because the way that they're spaced. And this one compares to it. This one's believable because it's small. You know, if you get one that's really big and gaudy or whatever, I don't know. I mean, I think these are pretty good for the price. QVC does a great job with things. I love their Charles Winston collection for Bella Luce, or QVC. So check out the Charles Winston ones. This one, I think, gosh, yeah. I don't know if QVC and Jewelry TV are the same. But yeah, these are mine. And I think, obviously this bigger one. Obviously this bigger one was the most, like I say, it's got a very believable look. I mean, the way that it goes. I don't know why she's showing them off. But so she's showing off her tennis bracelets. Here, put them on. My jewels. My jewels. Oh, I hate jewels. Arr, arr. Okay, all right. I'm having a little fun with myself. Cats are looking at me like I'm freaking crazy. What's new? But anyway, so she's gotten all these new tennis bracelets. And she's bragging about some makeup that she's got. And what did she say the other day? She's like, this one was only $88. Only $88 when she begs and begs and begs, bullies and bullies and bullies for her mentally compromised viewers to give their SSI to her because she wants more SSI than she gets because she doesn't think that she should have to pay for things out of her SSI because why should she have to? So she's on Section 8 So her rent is, 1/10 of her SSI. And Mama Carol is her, financial conservator. So Carol pays all the bills and then lets Lardo have what's left over. Now, every single one of her bills is covered. Okay, let's remember that. Let's remember power, phone, rent, water. Everything is covered by the government. So she's not being subjected to the same feelings that so many of us are with the financial stressors of this economic depression. But still, she should not think that $88 for a lip gloss is a deal. I guess when she gets that much super chat from her super dupids, then okay. But how can they continue to give her money when they see that she wastes it in the way that she does on stupid shit? And we are seeing Happy Lardo at the beginning of the month when she has money. And watch about the 15th or 16th, her mood will change into that of a more haughty and more depressive, because she'll be in the phase where she has to return everything that she bought 2 weeks ago, used for 2 weeks and takes back. And then by the 25th or so, she doesn't have any money left because she blew her freaking wad at the beginning of the month. And then you get depressed and angry Lardo, and you can just watch. You can tell when she gets money. So a few weeks ago, somebody, had said that, yes, she's attending this school with them, and she already had not made enough of the classes to get herself kicked out, that she will not pass. So she pulled this crap, that she's going back to college. She's going back to college. But then last night she was like, I am not a college student. I don't know what you're talking about, right? Well, her big tell was, she said, the people at my school think that I should grow my hair out. Well, that shows you she's pulling her shit at school. She's not talking about what she's supposed to be focusing on, and she's going around to these people saying, oh, what do you think of my hair? You think I should grow my hair out? What do you think of it? And then she's trying to be cool like the kids and vape. And so you've got this one rolling up in the freaking clown car with a douche flute, trying to make smoke rings with the douche flute, with bling on. Bling. She's trying to fucking be Sean P. Diddy Combs with all of her bling for school. Can you fucking imagine what they think of her? I mean, and like I say, I don't totally believe that this person goes to school with her. I kind of think it's something that she put out there, to throw us off. I don't know. But the person said that she got up and said that her son is an up-and-coming actor. So, yeah, that's our girl. That's the kind of thing she would do. And chewing big wads of gum. I mean, it could be true. I don't know. But anyway, when I got this prop for today's video, part 2, please watch part 1. It'll explain more. I put in this one, Life's a Garden Lavender Violet. It smells so good. It's really a good smell. So, Jules has been covering Lisa Dumb One, and that vapid freaking waste of headspace sells Monate hair ruiner. I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Monate, M-O-N-A-T, hair loss lawsuits. That shit makes your hair fall out. So you see these Monet Huns going around and they're just, like, oh yeah, like look at us, we sell shampoo and that's what we're so happy selling shampoo and we get to go on all these trips selling our shampoo and everything. Like, okay, bitches, why are you all wearing hats with built-in hair? Or are those shitty early 90s extensions you're wearing? Like, I've not seen anybody with natural looking hair pimping Monet. I just haven't. I tried it, with some samples because I, heard all the rage, and growing your hair, and my hair falls out every time I'm seriously ill. So almost every time I've been hospitalized, of course with COVID, my hair falls out in clumps and clumps, and it's my body's response to serious illness. It goes, we don't need to grow hair on the top of your head during this illness. Well, let's just not give it any nutrients and let it all fall out. So, I saw, this all this stuff about Monet, and I was like, well, shit, this will help me grow my hair. I put it on, and I mean, it made my hair feel like a freaking bale of hay. It was so drying. And so I did not like it. And so I, Googled, like Monet dry hair, and that's where I saw this shit makes your hair fall out. There's many lawsuits about it. And I was like, okay, no. And I mean, for 88 a freaking bottle? No. No, I mean, you can actually buy yourself some good extensions if you want to go that route with your hair. I mean, honestly, who would pay that much? I think that for those that it does work for, they're doing something that you should always do, and that is to emulsify the product. So you're supposed to put shampoo in the palm of your hand and mix it with a little bit of water and emulsify it, and then put your hands together and then put that shampoo on your hair. Now, I don't know if they do this, but this is also what you should do, is you should always shampoo twice and condition once. The first shampoo kind of gets a surface product and dirt out. Not that you have dirt, but, being in the environment, the air, everything, get all the shit off your freaking hair strands with the first one, okay? And if you notice, like a lot of times you won't get a lather with your first shampoo. Or if you're just doing shampoo and conditioner, you won't get a lot of lather. If you're not getting lather, then you definitely need to shampoo twice. So but you should emulsify your product. I think that when they do get the success, like I say, I think it's for people who have shorter hair, and who do some of the things that they say to do. So emulsify the product. Shampoo and all of your professional shampoos are made to be that you need just a very little amount. Like the size of they always say like the size of a dime. I do like a quarter. But you emulsify it, shampoo twice. That's why the shampoo bottles say rinse and repeat. So that's the truth. I learned that, as I think I've told you guys before, I'm a hair model, and it's because I have a ton of hair and it's very, very fine. And so when I do have my hair in a decent shape, I'm a good hair model because they can use my head to have two students do coloring, etc., etc., because I have twice as much hair as most people. So I've done some fun things with hair modeling when my hair isn't pulling its shit. But anyway, I had no idea that someone was selling Monet. So that's why why? She certainly doesn't need the money. She's got the poor husband to do that. And he must be a saint. I mean, how can one man put up with somebody so shallow? I mean, honestly, Goonie could only do it. Goonie could only do this for so long. And the fact that he met her out in the ocean and everything, it's like Ursula slithered up on the cruise ship, said, I'm going to take your voice, little girl. And that's why she tries to sing at us and everything. It's just so Ursula. It's just so Ursula. And then the fact that this company that she worked for, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get in trouble. This one right there that she worked for, I mean, they made a freaking warmer in the likeness of her after she went to their event. You can't tell me they didn't. But yeah, this warmer is really cool. It's got all the villains. I like Maleficent the most. I really do. And then you got Cruella. The Cruella, did you guys watch the new Cruella movie? Came out a few years ago. It's really cool. It puts a good backstory on Cruella. I really like it. I love this warmer though. And who's that? That must be from one of the newer ones. I don't know who that is. I don't know. And then you have Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. You have the Evil Queen. And then you have Mufasa. Is that Mufasa? Or what is that? I don't know. I don't watch movies and shit, so, you know. But yeah. So, was that the villain in The Lion King? I don't know. But then there's this cool part at the top of the warmer. So it sits on top. It's like the crow thing. See, it's a crow. Doesn't really look like a crow, but that's a crow. So you have that beautiful queen, and then you have, well, you have that. I don't know what the hell that is, but we're going back to the star of our show, our discussion point. Her blow drying her conch shell. So anyway, Jules has been knocking it out of the park. I love that you guys are sending her things because we all know she wouldn't take money. And I mean, what kind of amazing karma is this that Lardo sat there and said horrific things about Jules. Horrific things. Wished her body disfigurement. Has made fun of her kids who were on the spectrum. And have you heard her say that if you're autistic, you shouldn't be on her channel because you're not at the level in which you could understand her? I mean, why is the whole Autism Speaks community not coming after this thing? How does she get away with the stuff that she does? Do you know how many other people have been canceled for doing a fraction of what she does on any given day? I mean, I don't know how or why, but I could not believe that she was online like this, showing I mean, I've only seen the body with a t-shirt on and everything. And I mean, that could cover a lot. And it was covering a lot. But seeing her in this one, I was like, fuck, Goonie wanted the green card. Like I say, so now we can, flush out the story that, poor Goonie was out there, working on a ship. And they netted something and it crawled up alongside the cruise ship. And it got on the cruise ship and seduced the young Turkish waiter and took his seed and made a son that she could get more welfare out of and exploit him and have him labeled as a behavior case so that she could get pills and sell them. And she got more pills to sell. And look at those nails. I want you to get pills so that I can sell them. I want you to get pills. And then if I accuse your father of unspeakable deeds, then I can have you all to myself and I can get Social Security for you too. Yes, I can have my benefits doubled. And then I can sing at people. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just, how does she have the confidence she does? I don't get it. Maybe it's the pills she takes. I mean, honestly, because, she sits there and she drinks alcohol, combines it with Xanax, combines it with Vicodin, combines it with God knows what else. Ambien. So you've got Ambien, Xanax, alcohol, and Vicodin. And you have the confidence of a freaking superstar. It's like shallow hell shit. I'm not even kidding. I mean, because then... Hello. I mean, and she thinks that she looks like D1. I mean, D1 has put almost... She needs to stop because she's getting into Michael Jackson territory. And when I saw the picture of what D1 looked like before she did plastic surgery, like, why? I mean, she was really pretty before, I thought. And now she looks, typical Stepford wife, I guess. I guess if that's what she wants. But, man, not a freaking brain cell in that Botox riddled space between her ears, is there, huh? So anyway, I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July. I am always so afraid of my cats getting scared from the fireworks. And people don't just do the fireworks on the 4th, as y'all know. They start a couple days early and whatnot. So my cats love cat TV. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with cat TV, it's basically, go on YouTube and put in cat TV and you'll find all of these videos of birds and squirrels and stuff. And a lot of them are set to music. There's saltwater fish videos set to the music. And it really calms the cats, especially if you're not going to be home. So what I've done for the past couple of years is that, right when July 1st hits and I know there's going to be fireworks, I'll put on cat TV louder than I usually have it. They usually have cat TV in both the bedroom and the living room. It's hilarious because they pounce on the big screen. They think they're all big and tough, trying to get the squirrels on there, and they'll sit there with their paws and try and beat the shit out of a squirrel. And then some big mofo turkey will come on and they'll be like, It's hilarious. But then in my bedroom, I have my TV mounted, not off the ceiling, but, up high, so they can't get to it. So they'll sit down and watch. So I just, try to keep them more in areas where they could just hear the cat TV as opposed to any loud noises. And I gave them catnip a little more judiciously and more treats. And I have the spray. I'll have to look at what it's called, but it's basically, you can get these things that you put on to relax the cats, that are like warmers that you plug in. Well, you can actually buy that spray separately. And what it is it's like the calming pheromones. And so I'll spray that, along my door or along where they sleep, not spraying it at them or anything, of course, but spraying it when they're not around. So then when they go in areas, they have a very calming hormone that they're, breathing in. And we got along really well. They didn't seem to be scared or anxious at all. I think it worked really good. It was super sad to see a cat that was ran over the day after the 4th, so I know that probably somebody's cat got startled, ran out, and got hit, and it's just so sad. So sad. What was sad was this thing bringing Doofus out on the deck, showing him being frightened by the fireworks and thinking it's funny and getting views for it, that she was showing him. I mean, animals don't know the difference between this and gunshots, and sadly in our world we have to consider that as damn gunshots. In my major city, they had to cancel the 4th of July parade that has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. God, I'm brain damage from COVID, all know that. But celebrations for the 4th of July have went on since 1776, I guess maybe hundreds. But, we're not free to celebrate the 4th of July in our city or surrounding cities anymore because of the threat of gang violence. And unfortunately, we saw what happened in Chicago. That wasn't, related to gangs, but it's just really sad that we can't celebrate the 4th of July in ways that we traditionally did. And we all know we don't have freedom of speech anymore. You say one wrong thing, and your employer sees that on social media, and if you forwarded a joke 8 years ago and your HR sees that, you can lose your job. I mean, freedom of speech is not there. I don't even get me started. But I just thought it was really sad that she was not showing ways that she would comfort the animals instead of exploit them for views. But what do you expect? That's what she's gonna fucking do. She's gonna do that. And you can tell she's back to the self-grooming, because like I've said, the animals all start looking really weird the longer she has them, because she starts doing what she thinks she would pay somebody to do, because she thinks she can do it herself. So she's self-grooming Doofus. And I did not know about anal glands. Okay, I've not had I think when I was a kid, I had a dog, but, it wasn't like, I don't know, because I was so severely allergic to dogs, and I'm really allergic to all animals except for my cats, which are hypoallergenic. So I don't know that much about dogs, so I didn't know about anal glands. So when I went on a search to see, self-grooming and see what, people say about that, they had this topic about anal glands. And it says that if you don't have the anal gland expressed in your dog, whether it's male or female, it can be really nervous and lick itself a lot. And the second I read that, I was like, my God, that's what Bella was doing. And that's what she's always complaining about, that no licking, no licking, no licking. I don't like the licking with their little tongues. I only like big tongues. And what the fuck? She made Doofus get on her when she was like this. And Doofus put his paws on her. Like, here's Doofus's paws on her. Just fucking sick. I don't know. My head has went there. I don't know what she does with her animals, but do you think she expresses the frickin' anal glands too? If she doesn't go and have that paid for, I don't know. I don't know. But something ain't right with what she does with her animals, I'll tell you that. And never taking them for walks, never taking them out to go to the bathroom on the lawn, having them shit and piss all over your apartment floor. I don't know how she gets away with it. Morally, ethically, responsibly. I wonder what the damage deposits are when she moves out. I really do. But she was alone on the 4th last year too, wasn't she? Because she did her big, I'm alone on the 4th. Super chat me. I'm so alone, but I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm so alone. I don't want to talk to any of you, so don't write anything. Like, I want real people to talk to me. I don't want any of you to talk to me. I just want you guys to give me money. So they do. And what the fuck is up with Tay Tay? Tay Tay is her mod, so Tay Tay is essentially doing a job for her. And it's not like she, says, hey, Tay Tay, I'm going to cut you, $10 of my super chat for you moderating my chat so nicely. No, frickin' Tay Tay goes in there and outspends anybody. Tay Tay gives her money to be her mod. And I don't understand why. I don't know. But I think it's just disgusting that she took Doofus out there, on the 4th of July. And I think it's disgusting that her followers were laughing with her that he was startled. But what do you expect? I mean, that's Lardo. That's frickin' Lardo. I didn't see any other animal owner going and saying, "Look at my dog, it's startled from the fireworks. Let me take it out on the deck." Ugh. It's stupid. And that sniffling and that cough, that sniffling is from the Xanax withdrawal. That's a huge thing. The Xanax causes that sniffling, and then as it causes that postnasal drip, that's when she'll start coughing. So she'll be doing that nonstop. That's the Xanax. As soon as she's gone like 12 hours without her Xanax, that's what happens. So I was watching her, and she was complaining about the finger pain and whatnot. So you know that that's going to be her excuse as to why she's not going to finish this technical school that she's at degree, because she's going to say that she was getting this horrible finger pain, and she's going to turn it into carpal tunnel and all this crap because she got the financial aid. Okay, this school fronts it, so she got the financial aid. That's why she's on the spending spree for lip glosses that are $88. But she's not going to finish it. There's no way. And like I say, I just don't know if the classmates are telling the truth. I don't know. But she's saying her hand is numb and her finger hurts and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, whatever. When she was blow drying her hair, those bingo wings, man, freaking, did you see those when she was putting them up? Those bingo wings? What the fuck? They were all the way up, and I mean, her shoulders, how can her shoulders withdraw that? I mean, her shoulders are holding all that up. And the flexibility that woman has, like Jules stated, there is no fibro sufferer that can do that. I mean, that's one of the big things with fibro. I actually invested in the Dyson hairdryer because I had heard from a lot of people that for people who, have limited range of motion in their shoulder and fibro and stuff, the Dyson hairdryer is a good answer because it does a lot of the work for you. I wouldn't say to go out and buy it for that reason. I love and I hate my Dyson dryer, but my shoulders and my arms hurt so badly, and I have such little range of motion in my shoulder from fibro and whatnot with the stiffness. So watching her do that, once again, she does not know what real fibromyalgia feels like. She doesn't have it. She does not have it. She says she has it. Yes, to get views. It's all about the views and your voice. But yeah, she didn't have it. I mean, God, watching that, did you see how gross she looked with her hair all wet and everything? God, how does she have the confidence she does? I don't know. I would never subject anybody to that. I don't do it now. And then these assholes that are saying to Jules, show your face, show your face. Jules has showed her face. She has no problem showing her face. She's done lives. And it's these assholes that say show your face that have no subscribers and no videos of their own. So why are they saying show your face when they're certainly not showing their frickin' mug? I don't know. But then when she was... Okay, here's my thing, is that I figured it out, is that if she can't control something, then she won't allow it. So she can't control a chat in a live, so she will not allow it. Other creators, will have a topic that they're talking about, and you'll see that intelligent conversation from other followers goes on in sub conversations, it's not sub, I'm just saying like subreddit, like similar conversations to what the speaker is talking about happen in the chat. Now, you see the trolls and they'll come through with their, go to this link or whatever. And then you'll see people who come in with a totally different subject and whatnot. And they're just trying to get attention for themselves. But she does not allow talk in the chat because her brain isn't smart enough to read and interact with what they're saying. And so that's why she doesn't allow it. We've seen that she can't say the days of the week, right? Count without using her fingers. So she cannot control what's being said in a live chat. So she doesn't allow it. She doesn't let any cross conversations. And that's crazy because a lot of other creators, when they're live, people of like mind start saying, hey, yeah, well, I like what you said, or yeah, I agree with you. And they start forming their own little groups, and then they follow each other on YouTube and they network. She won't allow that because it's her freaking spotlight. And then when she was saying about, she's like, oh, I got this new shirt from Target. I ordered 4 t-shirts and it's from Ava Viv. Yeah, Ava Viv is the butt ugliest brand Target has. They have a very odd person in charge is all I can say, because when I was a manager at Target for the style department, we never knew what we were going to get sent by Ava and Viv, and so many times it went straight to freaking salvage. Like, there's no human that would be seen dead in this skirt. I'm not kidding you. And it's funny because I love going to Target salvage places because there are many Targets that do not feel that it is conducive to their labor to put articles of clothing in the dressing rooms or returns back. They don't feel that they want to have their employees spend time on that, so they will send it straight to salvage. So you can get things that somebody just tried on, didn't fit right, or somebody returned because they didn't like it or it didn't fit right or whatever. It goes to salvage. There's nothing wrong with it. And so I'll go to my favorite salvage shops, and it's funny because you'll see, like, there was this one disgustingly ugly brown leather alligator type pleather skirt. It was high-waisted and long, so you would have looked like a big brown crocodile walking down the street. And this salvage place had like 120 of them. They were trying to get rid of them for $1 a frickin' piece, and they couldn't. And that's Ava Viv for you. Now, Ava Viv is cut large. Okay? Now, I'm fat. I'm not going to tell you I'm not. I mean, I'm not super fat. But what Lardo is saying she's wearing is not true. There is no, like somebody in one of the comments said, with her girth and depth, there's no way that she can be saying that she's wearing these things. So I took a picture of my shadow even, because you're going to do it. Her shadow even shows how large she is. Okay? And if you're sporting Ava and Viv, you're not fitting into a medium and large. I mean, Ava Viv is cut large and generous. Now, there's a couple of clothing articles from Ava Viv that I'll wear. I mean, I freaking love Knox Rose, but I'm too fat for it right now. I wish that Knox Rose would just make everything that they have plus sized. So I freaking love Knox Rose, and I sold the shit out of that when I worked there, because I just thought that everybody needed to come and see Knox Rose with me. That I just put this outfit on this mannequin. I really want you to buy this for yourself, ma'am. I think I love Knox Rose. I just love that style, that kind of bohemian. Just loved it. Like I say, I'm too fat to fit into it. I'm fat enough to really fit into the Ava Viv. But like I say, Ava Viv is just, it goes to that. I don't know if it's a dialogue that we fat women like to wear things with large buttons and only flowers. I mean, why can't we wear exactly what anybody else wears? Just cut the clothing to go from extra small to 5X. If you want to charge me $2 extra, fine, but knock off $2 for the twig women too, you know? I mean, you can't say that, oh, it costs me more material when you can charge the same price for an extra large and an extra small. But like I say, if I had to pay fat tax of $2 extra to wear this cute thing that I want to wear, do it. I mean, we came a long way, and I love Torrid, but Torrid does too many skulls and too many cold shoulders. So you kind of have to watch for that, because it's like you can wear skulls only so many places. And the skulls on fire, it's hard to pull off. Like, okay, you know, yeah. But when she was, so anyway, when Lardo was acting like she was like some hot Kim Kardashian wannabe body double wearing the Ava Viv, I was like, oh, fuck, no. And then when she was going through McDonald's and she was getting all pissy, and she was like, yes, I said, no, I do not want a second one. And that's because the freaking McDonald's was doing the thing where you can get the second meal or the second sandwich for $2. So she's in the drive-thru at freaking McDonald's getting pissy with the McDonald's worker. And you're just like, bitch, why don't you get a job at McDonald's, okay? Oh, but she looks down on people who are cashiers and stuff, right? Well, she's on welfare. God. So anyway, I just think that because she thought that she was so special, that she didn't go out and get her first job at age 15 or 16 like we did, you know. My first job was McDonald's. And, I mean, you learn a lot that way. I mean, and who knows what her first job was? I mean, was it when one of her uncles or whatever set her up in the corporate world? I mean, the way that she talks to fast food workers and wait staff makes my stomach turn. I mean, she is so cold and rude and just patronizing to them and just ready to try and correct them, and oh God, it's terrible. But like I say, she did not have, and I don't know why she didn't work at 15 or 16. I guess it's just because Carol was paying for everything and she thought she was above everybody, you know? I mean, lest I ever forget, she's some kind of frickin' royalty, right? You know? But, why does she keep singing at us? I mean, Jules has to put a disclaimer because her singing coming at you is just, well, again, like she's so confident with her body. She's confident with her singing. And it's just, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, and then she was mad because HRH, how was it? HRH's parents said something to her about being proud, or somebody said something to a YouTuber about their views, or their viewers, or their subs, and they said they were proud of them. And she went off about, you know, well, that's not something to be proud of, and what kind of a parent says they're proud, and blah, blah, blah. Makes you wonder, you know, where that came from. Did Carol never say she was proud of her? You know, is that what it was? I mean, makes you wonder. Huh. You know? Oh. I think, was Dumb One talking about how, I think Dumb One was the one talking about how ladies of a certain age should not have longer hair. The narrative really is that, you know, once you're over 40, you should have, you know, just hair down to here, you know. a nice little thing. I mean, I think so because it really is flattering to the face. And some of my friends that were in beauty pageants and stuff, and I was the little sister to a pageant girl, so I would have ran the next year. But I was pregnant the next year, so I didn't work out. But anyway, for the pageantry, they told her she needed to get her hair cut into a bob, and have it face framed and stuff. I think that it really is flattering for older women to have their hair like that. But like me, where I have probably more chins than Ursula right now. I mean, more chins than a Chinese phone book, as they used to say. I mean, my chin, I can't have my hair like here because then my chins, all 8 of them would be hanging out. So I don't know. I mean, if I was to start pulling some D1 tricks and go and get my neck done, then yeah, maybe I would. But for right now, like, I like having longer hair. And one of the things Jules asked about too, that she saw when somebody said that, you can't wear white after Labor Day and whatnot. That really was a thing, wasn't it? I mean, and I say wasn't it because I'm starting to see people wear white after Labor Day, but not religiously. It is still kind of a fashion faux pas to do so. And it's interesting that it's not something that's, well, it's not a fashion faux pas overseas. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was kind of interesting. What do you think that the cashiers think when she returns that nail polish, half used, with that color that she's returning on her frickin' nails? I mean, it's just freaking gross. But see, that's why she had to move to the other side of town, because where she was living, all of the haunts around the area, the Dollar Tree and the Ross and everything there, Marshall's, they all knew her. And they were blocking her from return, starting to watch her. Like she said that she was being watched in Marshall's and Ross. And it was funny because that's kind of one of the things they do in retail now. They really don't run after you and stop you. They watch you and they document everything. They watch you go out and they get your license plate and whatnot, and they build a case so that then when they have enough on you, they bring the case to local law enforcement, and they go and they find your address with your driver's license, and they bring the charges to you. It's no longer, where the man hides out in the bushes and grabs you kind of thing for shoplifting. So, and then one of the things to do to deter it, because if you can deter shoplifting, then that's better all around, is they told us to, give really good customer service. So, basically, you'd basically follow that person around. Oh, can I help you with something else? And, oh, how are you doing today? Just spook them. And so when she was saying she was being followed, I was laughing. But that's why she had to move across town, because I'm sure the Dollar Tree, all the employees now know her, and they're refusing her returns and whatnot, and being like, buy a nail polish, go and put it all over your nails and then put it back. And then she's saying that, she's taking back this one because it didn't quick dry. The idiot put it over non-quick drying nail polish. Well, of course it's not going to fine dry because she put it right over so that it gelled with the one that wasn't good. But you'd think because she thinks she's a nail technician, she'd know that. But no, anytime that I put on like a quick dry, I would put it on only as that singular product. So like she was trying to do it as a top coat. If you did that, you'd have to wait, probably a couple of hours to really let your other polish cure and really be in a good position for it. But her, can't tell her anything. It would be logical. But yeah, wonder how Carol's doing. Do you think Carol's a saint, or do you think she's an enabler? Or both? I don't know. I was laughing though because when Laura was saying that she's so happy because she doesn't have any vices, that she's not addicted to anything. And I was going, what the fuck? You know, she admitted about her alcoholism, said that she'll always be a recovering alcoholic. She's an active narcotic abuser, hooked on benzodiazepines. Well, she's mixing with alcohol, but says that she's a self-admitted alcoholic. She's addicted to food. She has a massive food addiction. And she is addicted to shoplifting. So if you don't have any vices, then how about stay home? How about stay home? She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it in the pandemic. We saw it. She'd have to get out of bed and go and buy and return, buy and return, buy and return. Buy, shoplift, return, theft by deception. She gets a high when she got to use something and take it back. And she gets a high when she shoplifts. That's why she has the big bag. She has talked about all the shoplifting she's done. And she's like, why do they believe one thing and then they don't believe? So why would they not believe that I do this, but then they believe that I'm telling the truth when I say I shoplift? Because you do. You do. Even that Buddha that she has. She said that right then. That saved her. She put the freaking Buddha in her bag. She talks about her shoplifting. I mean, whoa. I don't know. I don't know what to think of you and your conch shell. But why the douche flute? Did she see other students vaping? And so she decided to go and purchase herself a douche flute? I mean, why? And then she has to be the most obnoxious. So can you imagine if she is still even going to the school? She probably tears into the parking lot at 800 miles an hour. She won't stop for little stop signs in the parking lot. Comes in with the big yellow clown car that's not been washed since God was a child. Trying to make smoke rings and choking herself on the douche flute. While having bubble gum. And speaking loudly at people about if she should grow her Brillo pad out. God, I don't know. I can't imagine. And probably everybody just runs and hides. They're like, oh shit, she's here. Don't look at her, don't look at her, don't look at her, don't look at her, don't look at her. You know it. And then, okay, what the hell was she talking about with HRH's wedding? Like, she's acting like she's like on some panel at the E! Entertainment reviewing HRH's wedding, and she didn't like the planned kiss. I don't know what the planned kiss is, but I eloped both times, so I'm not the best person to talk to about wedding shit, but I've never heard of a planned kiss. And she was saying that she didn't really like the planned kiss. She said that it made her feel uncomfortable. So what? She was like, here, I'll do this one. I feel uncomfortable with your planned kiss, HRH. I don't feel right about it. HRH, I don't like your planned kiss. Like, what the fuck? You know that she was just jealous as fuck about that because she wants to be HRH and LLD1 all rolled up in one. Like, she thinks that as an adolescent, she's HRH, and then grown up, she's LLD1. You know it. She makes the same exact facial expressions as both of them do. Her hand motions, the way that she speaks. If you watch either one of them, you start to see it. You're going, oh my God. She's like channeling them. She is emulating them. It is just her to the T. She copies everything. She's not had an original idea ever. But the thing that got me was when she said about her wedding and her dad paid for it. And here she led us to believe that, you know, her dad did nothing for her. And she saw the piece of paper that she was not supposed to see. But, you know, she was a little shit going through Carol's stuff, you know, just like Jules said. You know, she's going through everything and it's said, the father does not want to pay for the child, some odd shit. So what was this that daddy paid for the wedding? What was that? And then she had two weddings because one had to be for the Jewish food, the kosher food, and the other one, why couldn't you have, like Joel says, why couldn't you have two options for what people could eat? Or make it all kosher, because that's kosher. Because people, like, even kosher pickles and shit, people are making, like, little sandwiches with kosher pickles. I don't know, because then you'd have to have kosher lunch meat and stuff, and I think that could be pretty pricey. Shit, I don't know. Maybe just make some. I don't know. But I think it could have been done, right? It could have been done to have everything kosher, and then you wouldn't have had to pay for two. If you had to pay for two weddings because you needed to have two different diet. Oh, fuck yeah, because it would have been cheaper to pay for one wedding and have it all be kosher. Yeah, it would have. Maybe the brain power in her parents was as bright as it is in that one. I don't know. But here's the thing. She hates Jules because she says Jules never leaves her house and hasn't left her house in 10 years, and Jules is bedridden. Well, didn't her dad die of MS? Wasn't her dad bedridden for years? Huh. See the parallel? She has all these fucking daddy issues, so then she thinks anybody who is sick enough that they can't get out of bed and go places, she resents. Because her dad died early, died from MS. I mean, he must have had a very, aggressive form of it. But he paid for her wedding. That's the first time I've ever heard her say that. And it's really interesting. But yeah, because probably this poor man had seen her, like, covered, in shirts and stuff to that point. And then on the marital night, when it was all off, and he saw the shoulders and back fat and everything that we saw last night, God, he's just like, fuck this marriage shit. And he ran. I mean, that first husband fucking ran. He ran. I mean, but she's an expert in relationships anyway, right? So, I don't know. And then, when she's talking about makeup, she was saying that she hates Mally. Isn't Mally, like, I don't know. I like Mally's makeup tips. She was talking about how you put mascara on your lashes, like pretend like your lashes are a pleated fan, and fan out the lashes as you're putting your mascara on. That's the beauty tip that I learned from Mally years ago, and I'm very grateful for it. But when Jules was able to give us a quick peek at what those who pay her monthly by Patreon are seeing, can you believe that people are paying for that shit? I mean, she was just flailing around on the fucking couch by herself for hours, saying nothing. And like, we're laughing now. It's so funny because she didn't care about anything else in the apartment. She wanted vaulted ceilings. And now you can't hear her on her videos, but she acts like that's all that she does in life, that her life and her job is her videos. And now she's made it, you can't hear her. Because it used to be that I'd have to adjust my volume for when she talked and then when Jules talked, back and forth. Now I can't hear Lardo. Her voice is getting sucked up into the frickin' ceiling. And that may be a blessing for her neighbors. Maybe it is like her voice is like in a vacuum there and they won't be able to hear anything. But unless she's on top of somebody and then she's going to, oh God, they're going to hear oh Lord. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine living underneath her? I bet those people that she just moved out from are just praising the Lord that she's gone. I mean, she was jealous on the 4th. When she was sitting out there with Doofus, she was saying that, well, it's not like I got invited to any parties, and other people are out on their decks and doing this. You know that she was seeing all these people getting together and these families and everything. And you know that, she's like, they didn't invite me. Oh, God. So, yes. Then she turned into this one. She turned into Maleficent because she was not invited to the 4th of July. But this Maleficent is very beautiful. So you have to say, this one took on the hurt feelings of this one and became evil. Yes. I can see it. A villain all the way around. A villain. But somebody gave her 1999. Was that Tay Tay who put that 1999 on? God, why? What are they paying her for? Why? God, and then what was she talking about? She was talking about her grandma came to visit her for the first time when she was in her crib. But she had said that she was the first grandchild on either side. So she was still in a crib, and she could remember her grandmother coming and seeing her for the first time. The fuck, was she 7 and still in a crib? I mean, I don't know. I'm just listening to her crap going, what the heck? And then she tried to be cool with the Bath and Body Works freaking haul. Okay. It had free shipping, but because she's moneybags and has all this money, she paid for expedited shipping. And then she's sitting there, acting like she got this great haul. It's because everything was 75% off. It's a big freaking sale right now for Bath and Body Works, okay? And she's sitting there sniffing everything and saying, and that's what she was saying about the lemon. She's like, it smells exactly like the pound cake at Starbucks. Do you sit at Starbucks and sniff the frickin' lemon cake? No, how would she know what it smells like? I know what my lemon cake and lemon bread smells like because I cook it so I can smell it from the oven. But what does she do? I mean, honestly, she sit there and do that weird sniffing thing like she does with other things to it? I mean, I don't know. But she was acting like it was so wonderful that she found this one thing. It was like one of the favorites of Bath and Body Works. Like, during their big sale, they bring back the classics. I think she had like the cucumber melon one. She was acting like she had such a find, but nope. And then she got all those wildflowers. I think, what did she do? She put up like 5 freaking wallflowers for the main room. I mean, you're gonna be able to taste that shit. Oh, and then she's like, and I got this one from Burke's room. Like, why does Burke need to have certain smells for his room too? I don't think my boys give a fuck what they're, as long as they don't smell like the socks, and I don't know. But I would put one wallflower for the whole great room. Why is she putting up 5? It's just so weird. I don't know. Do you think that that somebody told her once that she stinks or something? Is that why she's so obsessed with over perfuming? And then, oh yeah, did you see when she was putting the perfume in her hair last night? She's like, see, this is a dupe for hair perfume, and hair perfume has alcohol in it too. So you just spray your hair with perfume. No. One of my favorites is Flower Bomb. And Flower Bomb has the hair perfume as well. And when I worked in a major department store and I was the fragrance department manager, the reps came and I asked them about it. I said, is that the same as are you essentially putting perfume on your hair? I asked them, and they said no. It's a whole different concentration and whatnot in the way that they put it for the hair mist. And that's why it's priced different. I mean, I don't think that it harms your hair to put some perfume on it, but I would spray it and then walk into it. Like, I think that's how Marilyn Monroe said to do her perfume. You spray and you walk into it. That's how I do my perfume. I don't just like I don't spray it directly on my skin because I think that crushes God, what does it do? It crushes some of the fragrance somehow. So you're supposed to walk into your perfume. And that's how I noticed that on days that I do get more compliments on my aroma. So anyway, thank you all for asking about me. As you can tell, I'm still listening to everything. I'm taking note. I love watching your comments. I'm sorry I'm not entertaining anymore. Y'all know that I'm just doing the best I can, and hopefully I'll have a sense of humor again at some point, but it's just not there right now. It's gonna come back, but it's not there. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great summer. It's sure freaking hot, huh? But hey, has anybody had a problem with freaking mosquitoes this year? Because mosquitoes generally make me kind of welt up and itch more than the average person. But this year they are like 4 days of intense itching, and they're leaving scars. They're just little murder rats. I hate mosquitoes. But I went and I got a freaking handful of DEET. I've never bought DEET before because I don't want to be spraying myself with chemicals. But this year I'm DEET woman. I'm going to be putting DEET on all the time because honestly, scars. I'm getting scars from it. So tell me, have you guys had problems with mosquitoes being more aggressive and virulent this year? I mean, I've squeezed the sores and like more of their venom seems to come out. And the ticks are freaking awful. My son had like 10 on him the other day. And my other son, he came home and he took a shower and like 3 were on his body. And I've had 2. And, I mean, they are awful this year. Ticks and mosquitoes. Just terrible. So, anyway, thanks for the support and love. I love that you guys are loving on Jules and sending her all the good stuff. She deserves it. And it's just like I say, it's amazing karma that because Lardo picked on her and bullied her, Jules has literally found her voice and she's making a talent out of it and making a career out of it now. And being showered with gifts from those that she entertains. I love it. I love it. It's karma at its best. I love it. So keep spoiling Jules, everybody, and thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.